ceremony, may we request everyone to please rise for the opening prayer. Heavenly Father, we praise you for this day and your purpose for it. We have done what you have asked, and the results are so much greater than we could ever have imagined. Take what we have prepared and multiply our efforts, as only you can steer our intentions to align with your righteous will. We are aware that we could not see this great success come to reality without the individual purpose you have put in each person here today. Thank you for bringing us together to accomplish this great feat for your glory. May all glory for our achievements go up to you today and always. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
May we request everyone to be seated. To welcome everyone on this important event, let us call on Mr. Rex Darianani, President of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce, Incorporated.
Senator Pam, Ms. Maan Ontiveros.
Sorry about that. Senator Bam Aquino, Ms. Maan Ontiveros, Captain Dexter Comendador, Ms. Nina Mahler, officers of AirAsia, my colleagues on the Board of Directors of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. No words are really enough for me on behalf of our chamber to thank Senator Aquino and AirAsia for all that you have and continue to do. This started off in March of 2018 when the good senator gave us a call, and the rest is history. And our chamber has and will continue to support this most important advocacy. A lot of good work has been done, and a lot of even better work is coming soon. The signing of our memorandum of agreement this morning will be instrumental and will pave the way to get more children treated with a liver transplant in India. Just to update everybody, in addition to sending kids to India, our chamber is focused and working on bringing this surgery to the Philippines at a cost that is comparable with India. So this is phase 2 of the work. We are hard at work, there are challenges, but we are confident that with partners like AirAsia, like the good senator, this is definitely something that we will achieve. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you're doing for these children, and thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rex Darianani. To give us a short message, may we call on Captain Dexter Comendador, Chief Executive Officer of Philippines AirAsia.
Honorable Senator Paulo Benigno, Sir Bam Aquino, sir, Mr. Rex Darianani, President of the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce Philippines Incorporated, and his team, Ravi Samtani, Vice President for Internal Affairs, Jivan Manjani, Assistant Treasurer, Manish Sujanani, Vice President for Domestic Trade, Ms. Ella Gan, Executive Director, our partners from Hope for Children, Ms. Nina Mahler, Ms. Jen Resurrection, our dear all-stars present here and led by our chairperson, Ms. Maan Ontiveros, and Desiree Bandal from our ASEAN Global Affairs Office, and Mr. Hamdan. Good morning. It feels so good to be surrounded with friends and partners and business leaders who share the same passion for nation building and for public service. It was in 2012, during our first ever commercial flight, that we decided, of course led by our then CEO, Ms. Maan Ontiveros, to invite children from Pampanga to Calibo to fly with us for free. These children, about 40 of them, arrived with their cameras. At that time, we were not aware they were hearing impaired and couldn't afford to go to a regular school. The children were earning an income by taking photos for events and weddings, with help from a group of local photographers. Their amazing photos were later put on display as part of a photo exhibition during our first 100 days. Again, to quote Ms. Maan, it is in our DNA to always extend a helping hand. During Hayan in Tacloban, after the earthquake in Bohol, the aftermath of several typhoons in Cagayan de Oro, Calibo, and Cebu. Air travel allows us to reunite, explore new worlds, do business, and find opportunities to improve ourselves. Aviation connectivity enables goods to get to markets and aid to be delivered to those in need, for us to have better lives. Today represents another step forward in our commitment to the philosophy that no corporation can live apart from the community it serves. We will always extend a helping hand to the communities, especially when it comes to our children. And we are honored to partner with the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce Incorporated, who shares that same commitment and passion. Mabuhay.
Why?
Thank you, Captain Dexter Comendador. And here with us to give us a short message on how this project was initiated, let us welcome Senator Bang.
Magandang umaga ho sa ating lahat. Good morning. Let me of course greet Maan and Nina and Captain Dexter and Rex, all of our friends from the Indian Chamber, and of course from AirAsia and our friends from Hope Foundation. Magandang umaga po. Good morning. This is my last normal speech for 90 days. Okay? Today is actually the beginning of the campaign period. No? So right after this, you notice all of my staff are in their campaign shirts. We're headed to Caloocan to do the launch. But we thought it best to do this because this is really very important. No? This project is very important. This started actually very, very interestingly. Nina did a mass email to all the politicos in the Philippines. Okay? In fact, the email to me was Dear Mayor Senator Aquino. Okay? So nagkamali pa yung pangalan. But that wasn't a problem. I read the email and saw right away that we needed to help. And at that time, we asked different groups if they could sponsor the tickets for Baby Ariela. It all began with Baby Ariela actually. And we were able to get support. I called up Rex right away when I found out that the operation was going to be held in India. We reached out to AirAsia, we reached out to other airlines as well. But it seemed that these were the people who answered the call. These were the groups that answered the call. To be honest, that was just for one baby, initially, no? And Nina's email was just for Baby Ariela. But because the goodwill that was shared among us was so tremendous, the goodwill was overflowing. Eventually, that support for one baby became a program for the Indian Chamber and a program for AirAsia. And we're very, very thankful for all of the partners for coming together today. This is a perfect example of how groups, individuals can come together to do something good. We often forget the opportunities we have to help. No? We often forget the power that we have in terms of supporting and helping our countrymen. Sometimes it takes just one email from Nina, sometimes it takes just one WhatsApp message for Rex, and sometimes it takes just a few meetings with our friends from AirAsia. Now, we met a few times in Shangri-La, in our office. Mr. Fernandez, of course, also visited our office, and it's been tremendous how we were able to put this together. And from that one email, na mali pa yung pangalan, And that one text message kay Rex where he was so gracious, and Rex hasn't mentioned yet that when he asked the Philippine Chamber to support Baby Ariela, he was able to get the funding in 2 hours?
15 minutes.
In 15 minutes. That's how fast the Indian Chamber responded to Baby Ariela. So it was groups connecting with each other, finding each other, and finding that we have so much commonality. No? Travel is the same way. When we travel, and now we're able to travel more because of AirAsia at better prices, we find that we're able to connect with people from our region, from all over the world. And sometimes that's all we need to do, to just be able to have that connection and find and realize that there's so much we have in common. And today, what we have in common is helping these families have a second life. You know, the children with this condition and their families. Of course, for those here who are parents, we understand how difficult it is to have a child who is sick. But in their case, the whole family, their whole lives change because everything is centered around the baby. Everything is centered around raising money and raising funds. And it's very, very difficult, extremely difficult. And the support that they get from Hope, from AirAsia, from the Indian Chamber, from the hospitals in India, that really changes their lives. We've been at this for some time that I've actually seen Baby Ariela come back. If you see her photos and her pictures, ibang-iba na yung kanyang kulay, ibang-iba na yung kanyang mukha, yung kanyang demeanor. In fact, I think she's grown, no? In such a short span of time, she's physically grown. And you see in her so much hope. She still needs help, by the way. She still needs her maintenance meds and her checkups, and she still needs eventually doctors here in the Philippines who can take care of her. But that was such a big change. And I remember talking to her parents at the pre-departure. Rex and I were at Aloha Hotel. Correct, no?
Correct.
Aloha Hotel. We spoke to them. And even the parents, no, we met there also. Nag-iba rin yung parents. Kahit yung parents, nag-iba rin yung demeanor nila, yung pakiramdam nila, yung paningin nila sa buhay, nag-iba rin. Also changed. And this is one of those times where coming together means so much for these families. And rest assured, Nina, while we're here, while Rex and the Indian Chamber is here, while Captain Dexter and Maan and AirAsia is here, we will continue to support this program and hopefully go into a more sustainable phase, no? Which I have to credit Rex because, to be honest, no, that didn't come from me. I don't think it also came from Nina. It was the Indian Chamber who started to look at training Filipino doctors here to be able to do this operation here in the Philippines. So credit to everyone who is part of this. Thank you so much for being here, and we hope that in the years to come, we'll be able to help more babies and more families. Salamat po. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Van, for your message. At this point, we shall now witness the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement between AirAsia and the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce, to be witnessed by Senator Bam Aquino and Mrs. Nina Maller of Hope for the Children.
Are you all pages or just the last one?
Last one. Once again, a warm round of applause to our signatories. And at this point, we shall now proceed with the photo opportunity. May we call on the officers of the Philippines AirAsia to join our signatories. Now, may we invite the directors and officers of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce. May we invite the people behind Hope for the Children Inc. And lastly, may we call on Philippines Air Asia, Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce, and Hope for the Children to take photo.
Mega group. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Opo.